This week I wanted to focus on two things that have affected me personally in the last week. And anything that affects you personally, has a knock-on effect to your work. So I wanted to tell you a little bit about those two things. Plus a little comment about AI. First, let me say that I'm outside again. That means planes, helicopters, all sorts of noises are going to come into play. So it kind of worked last time, so let's hope it pans out okay this time. The first thing to say is that a few days ago I was in Paris to see my brother for the first time in 12 years. It's amazing what an effect that can have on you. And the last time we met was in very somber circumstances. So it was fantastic to catch up with him. And most of my family I haven't seen since that occasion 12 years ago. So it was really nice to be able to just sit down and talk to him. And there's something unique about meeting with family again after a long break that it just seems to affect you positively on so many levels. I mean, it's just good to see someone you love again that you haven't seen in a long time, and just sitting and chatting and having a coffee, and there's so much innate communication you have with family members that it's just a joy to be around. And we had a lot of fun, talked about a lot of stuff, laughed about things, and it really, put a spring in my step, So it just makes you realize what's important. And it also makes me realize that I haven't seen most of the others in 12 years. So I have three sisters as well. I saw one of them, 4 years ago maybe. Saw a nephew a couple of years ago. Brother-in-law at the same time a couple of years ago. And I think that's it. Oh, Ben, I saw a nephew last year, Ben? 2 years? Well, relatively recently. And each time I see someone, it just makes that urge to go back to Australia stronger and stronger. But it also gives me a positive boost in general, which is important. The other thing is, someone left a message, a review on Letterboxd, and it was about a film called, I've got the original name in my head, which I probably can't say on YouTube, I don't know. It's FU Immortality, and I think the name that it was changed to was Can't Kill This, which is what would be on Letterboxd. And the review they wrote was, really nice. This is a film that I made with Federico Scagliali and Alan Cossettini about 6 or 7 years ago. Great fun. Met a lot of wonderful people. And to get feedback that your performance in this case has affected one person positively, it's amazing what an effect that can have on you. And it's the same as a filmmaker. You get one person liking your film and it just gives you such a boost. It might sound crazy. Of course we want hundreds, thousands, millions of people to like what you do. But it's a strange thing. And I guess it's the same for, every art form. Poets, someone likes your poem, or someone likes your painting if you're an artist, or anything creative. Just having one person say they like it, it lifts you. Well, it lifts me, and it kind of makes it feel worthwhile. I don't know, I don't want to sound too corny, but it just gives me a boost. And those two things, first and foremostly, seeing my brother again was huge. And the icing on that cake was this review. And it gives me a boost, because so many times when you're, especially as an indie filmmaker and as an actor, you know, it's a roller coaster. It's a roller coaster. And anything you can take to rev yourself up, to keep going and keep fighting the good fight and hanging in there and not giving up as an actor or a filmmaker, is only a good thing. When I was talking with my brother, we invariably came around to AI, and he mentioned, you know, about how into it the big studios and things are, and you know, we talked about the risks of what may or may not be available for filmmakers in the future. You know, is everything going to be completely taken over? You know, actors, cinematographers, design, sound, everything done by AI? I think we're a long way off that, but a thought that popped into my head while we were having that discussion was, even if that's the case, what that may mean is that making low-budget indie films with real people doing everything, acting and behind the camera, that in itself could become a niche, or niche, depending which part of the world you're in. And that could be a good thing, you know. I think we've got to look for the positive, potential positive outcomes. So, you know, if the studios, just like now, if you think about it, just like now, the studios are out there doing their thing at one end of the scale, and the indie filmmakers at the other end of the scale, chipping away at doing their thing. I wonder how much is going to change. I mean, I'm sure most indie filmmakers I've met will still be chipping away at this low end of the scale, trying to get their stories told in a way they're happy with, and getting their work out there to get some feedback and hopefully a little bit of this, and enough to be able to keep ticking over. And I think the same, in a way, might apply for acting, because I think it's going to be a long time before AI can get that interpersonal nuance that actors have. And sometimes that only happens when you're filming. So, and the best stuff often happens when you're filming, that the performances come alive. So I think we're a long way from AI taking over everything, but there are certain sectors within the industry where you have to think they're going to be at risk sooner than others. So I'm not going to say what they are because I don't know enough. But I think I feel a bit more positive about being an indie filmmaker and an actor. Maybe my age helps, knowing that I haven't got another, 40 or 50 years of this ahead of me. I don't know, maybe with the way science is going, I might have. But if I was a young filmmaker, a young actor, I'd probably be more concerned, sure. But I think that we're a long way from AI taking over everything. So another positive this week. So it's been a week of positives. Thanks for watching. It'd be great if you could like, subscribe, hit the notifications bell, and leave a comment. I'd love to hear what you think. And if you'd like to support me further, you can buy me a coffee. There's a link in the description below. I hope to see you in the next one.